I'm Dr. Fred Sioi. I'm the CEO of Pharmacy and Poisons Board. The Pharmacy and Poisons Board is the National Drug Regulatory Authority with the mandate to control the manufacture of trading drugs and also to regulate the profession of pharmacy. We have a vision, and our vision is to be a global leader in the protection of the health of the public. And we have a mission, and this mission is to protect the health of the public through the regulation of the profession of pharmacy and the regulation of products, that's medicines, to make sure that they are of good quality, safe and efficacious. We were created by an Act of Parliament, the Pharmacy and Poisons Act Cap 244 of 1957, which has been amended several times. Some of the mandate and functions are captured by the Health Act 2017. So how do we protect the health of the public? We do this by regulating, as I said, the profession and health products and technologies. So there are functions that we do to assure this quality, safety, and efficacy of products. One is that we make sure that for any medicine to be put in the market here, it has to be registered, what we call marketing authorization. A product has to have marketing authorization for it to be in the Kenyan market, whether it is manufactured here or imported. The second function we do is licensing. We license all premises where medicines are going to be sold. That's why you see those pharmacies, chemists, we license them. And those that are not licensed, then we inspect and make sure they are closed. The other function we do is we control clinical trials. Before somebody does tests on human beings here using new medicines, then they have to present the information that they have to us, and we see if they are going to cause harm or they will be beneficial. Then we can give approval for them to be tested. If they don't, then we don't allow that trial to take place. We also control the information that goes to the public about medicines, drugs, even promotional materials. Those who make diaries and write there that this drug can do 1, 2, 3, they have to get approval from us before they do that. And we don't want the information to be exaggerated. It should be factual. The other function we do is we control imports and exports. For any drug to come into market, even after it's been registered, we issue a permit. And before we issue a permit, there are conditions that somebody has to satisfy. And even if it is export, we also make sure we give a permit for that product is taken out of Kenya to make sure it meets the quality standards required. Now, turning to pharmacy practice, which is one of our functions that we do, is we make sure that any graduate, before we register them to practice, has to go through some process. They've been trained maybe at university or at college. Then we make sure we evaluate their documents and assess them, and then we enter them into a register if they satisfy the conditions. Then we can allow them to practice. But even when we allow them to practice, we still follow them to make sure that they continuously improve themselves by doing what we call the continuous professional development. Every year, somebody has to have a minimum number of points before they are given an annual practice. We also inspect colleges that they go through, the type of staff, the curriculum they go through. So basically that's what we do at the board. You can see us inspecting various premises for compliance with the law. We also specifically inspect factories that manufacture drugs for what we call compliance with good manufacturing practices. On governance, we are a state corporation within the Ministry of Health. And so we are run by a board. And this board has 11 members. And then under the board, there is the management, who comprise staff that now do the real work, day-to-day work. But the board sits a maximum or minimum of 4 times in a year. They review what we have done and advise. Our last but not least function then is to advise the Ministry of Health, the minister specifically, on anything related to medicines, the consumption of medicines, and anything that may affect the public that is medicinal.